Child. That was weird to see all of that Halloween stuff out. And today is literally like I got to pull up the calendar to make sure I'm not tripping. Cause I know life is life, but I know I ain't that far behind.
Okay, let's go.
Hello. Welcome back to another vlog with your girl T, also known as ZiSymom, and my beautiful mini me in the back seat, Miss
Story.
We are about to head out. We're about to go handle some business. And yeah, let's just see what we can get ourselves into. Like always, Zion did not want to ride along with us, so he did ask if we planning on going out to eat, but I did tell him hold on one moment. Hey,
Hey, San Antonio this weekend.
yes,
Don't you know we were there too?
And we saw
If
it.
we would have known, yeah, we would have came
Really?
to the game.
Yeah.
It was like a arena. We didn't know.
oh my god, over 800 teens was there.
Down the window.
Wow.
Yes,
We were on the Riverwalk. We saw
really.
hey, Story. So many families with.
Okay guys, sorry about that. That was actually Story, can you turn that down please? That was actually the pastor and the first lady whose church I attend. They invited me. I said this on one of my previous video. They came by and asked, like the week before Easter, if my son could, if Zion could have come and be a part of the Easter play where he actually played Jesus. And I told him, yeah, of course, Zion was excited about it. And ever since then, like every opportunity we get, if we don't have any type of game on a Sunday, we've been going to church. And I absolutely love it, because it definitely reminds me of my home church. It's like a family church, nothing big, maybe 50 people on a Sunday. And that works for me. That works for my spirit, only because I believe, well, my opinion, a lot of these big mega church is just a business. I feel as though you're like, for me, when I have attended a few and none of them actually, like, I didn't feel like my spirit was being fed. I feel like everybody was just there to just see who was there. You know what I'm saying? It's a fashion show. And I'm like, no, that's not what I go to church for. If I walk in and walk out feeling the same way that I did when entering, I feel as though I just wasted 2 hours, 3 hours, or however long it was that I've been in church. So with that being said, I like this church. You're out by 12 o'clock every Sunday, and I love the fact that the way how the pastor, he preached, like he's not speaking, because again, you have some pastor who preach based off of somebody else's ceremony. It's like they preach, but they can't show you in the Bible where they're getting that word from. This pastor, Pastor Pope, I love the way he preached, because he also reminds me a lot of my uncle, to where when they're preaching, they're showing you in the Bible where they're getting whatever they're preaching about from. That way you can follow along in the Bible. If you don't understand it, you can go back and you can read that scripture or whatever the case whatever you need to do to get a better understanding. So I absolutely like that. So anywho, they were just telling me like how they were in San Antonio this weekend. What is it, Riverwalk or whatever, and they saw all these different teams, and he was wondering, I wonder if Zion is playing in the tournament. And I was like, yes, that's where we were. And he was like, oh my God, he don't know why he didn't thought to call me to confirm, because if so, they would have came and watched Zion game. But don't worry, I told them we have many, many more games too that they can come to. So once Zion actually get his school schedule, I'll send the schedule to them so that they can come out and they can watch him play. So yeah, guys, it's all about support. These kids need the support, and I'm all about supporting not just my kid, but I've also went out to where Zion was like, hey mama, one of my friends is playing basketball, can we go see her play? And it's like, yeah, let's go, because I've learned just from running track, you don't know how much or how oh my God, this lady right here, like you just passed one. You don't even realize, like, when kids see their family or whatever in that audience, like how much that inspires them and inspires them to do better. So at the end of the day, like I said, I'm all for it. So no baby, we're gonna go get something to eat shortly. So I'm all for it, but let me get some gas. Okay guys, sorry about that. I am back. Oh man, it looks like it's about to rain. It's starting to drizzle. Had to get some gas. Storii and I, we are about to go to at home. I need to. What's so crazy is I don't know exactly what I'm going in there for, but I know what I'm going in there for. I don't know if that made sense, but it made sense to me in my head. It's like I gotta go in the store to see it, and then I'll be like, yeah, that's what I came in here for. And then once we get home, I'm going to touch up my living room space a little bit. I need to change out like my pillowcase. I need to put some fresh flowers inside of my Eclipse vase, and add some new energy in the house. And you guys know how I feel about flowers. Flowers give you that, to me, it just gives me like positive energy. So yeah, I did not know they called for rain today. This is what happens when you don't watch the news. So hopefully it's just going to be raining in this area and not where we're going, because we have sandals on. I don't mind if it's raining in this area, because that will help my grass. Guys, we're not going to talk about this grass. Like, my grass is really, 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 really stressing me out, but I'm trying to stay positive, because it's not a full 21 days yet. I'm trying to stay positive. But anywho, like I stated, we are about to get today started, and it's actually pretty late. It's 2:39. So we're going to go by at home. While we're out, we're going to also. You want to grab something to eat now, or you want to go to the store first?
Get something now.
I should have known. So Storii want to grab something to eat now, and then I guess after we grab something to eat. But I mean, I wanted to grab something to eat last so that we can eat when we get home, because I don't want you eating inside the car. If we grab something to eat now, that means we have to eat inside the car, because I don't want to go sit down and eat. So are you hungry, or you just hungry? You just hungry? Not hungry? Which one? You hungry or hungry?
Hungry.
Well, if you're just hungry, then we can eat later. If you hungry, we need to eat now.
Like, I didn't eat no breakfast today.
Okay, so she didn't eat any breakfast today, so I guess she's hungry. So I think we're going to go ahead and go by Chic Filet first, grab something to eat, and oh well, I'm just going to have to bite the bullet and just eat inside the car, and then we can go to at home. And I don't know, I may go to the closest HomeGoods to see. I do want to get a new painting for my bedroom. However, you know what, while I'm out, I need to go by the paint store and get some more paint. The paint that I have, it's not for wood, and my contractor told me I need to actually get the wood paint. So I guess that's what I'm gonna do while I'm out. Go buy Chick-fil-A, and then we're going to get to the paint store before we get to at home. So that means we can stop by the paint store first, because in order to get to at home, you have to do a turnaround, and the paint store is on this side. So yes, being that we're going in that direction, that's what we're going to do. Chick-fil-A, paint store, at home. And if we find what we're looking for in at home, then we don't have to go to HomeGoods. But if we don't find what we're looking for, then we're going to go to HomeGoods, and from HomeGoods, we're going to go back home. And that's pretty much going to be it for us. So yeah, and I don't know if you guys saw my short, but if you haven't, Storii and I decided to somewhat dress alike. We are representing the color green today. My birthday is actually next week, so up until the day of my birthday, I am going to be wearing a color that represents something that I am manifesting in my next chapter, which is the big 40. Guys, I am about to be 40. So to start this week off, I decided to wear green, and the good thing is me and Storii kind of have some matching outfits thanks to Shein. I love the mother and daughter duo. So we got a lot of our matching gears from there, or like I stated, colors that we can pretty much we'll blend well together. So again, the color for today, Monday, is green. We are manifesting, and we are trusting and believing in God's word. We are decreeing and we are declaring that my next chapter, the big 40, we are manifesting a financial increase. So green represents money. And so today, this is what we're doing. We are, we're going to also go look at a few different things that I am manifesting in my next chapter that will require me to have some money. So what other way to manifest it is by wearing the color of what it is that I want. Because baby, I am that millionaire. I am that millionaire. And even with me being a millionaire, I don't have to be rich, God. I just want to be comfortable. I want to be able to help my community, help my family out. You know what I'm saying? And a quick story, I didn't realize how much manifesting and writing things down until I was in the process of buying my first home back in 2021. I remember in 2020, I started the process. The house that I thought that was good for my kids and I, it was a single family home, 1 level, 3 bedroom, 2 full bath. It was about almost 1,900 square foot. That's the house that I put in a bid for. Kind of told my family about it, like, I want y'all to come and see it, or whatever the case may be. But unfortunately, somebody else outbid me. they got the house, and I remember being so devastated. Like, and again, this was my first time going through the process. I didn't realize how much of a headache it could be and how stressful it could be. And being that I had just got out of a terrible relationship and trying to start life over and trying to just do things the right way, and knowing that, you know, at that time I had just had Storii, so I knew that I no longer wanted to rent. I wanted to have a home so that my kids can have what I had growing up. You know, like, we were blessed. We never rented. We had our own room, even though, you know, in the beginning we shared a room, but still it was ours. We were free to do whatever it is that we wanted to do in reference to painting, just whatever. And I wanted my kids to have that experience. And let alone having 2 kids, I said, no, it's time to buy. But long story short, the house that I thought that I wanted, and I actually went to the house a couple of times, and I'm like, oh yeah, this is my house. And when I didn't get it, I was so devastated. And I remember I asked my uncle/brother, like, Uncle Albert, can you please pray for me with this house? And I remember he was telling me, he said, when the house did not go through, he told me, he said, he calls me Stretch. And he said, Stretch, he said, he asked me, did I go and I walk around the house? And I told him no. And he said, this is what I want you to do. He said, well, you know, pretty much the first thing he said was, the reason why you didn't get that house is because that wasn't the house that God had for you. Okay, sorry about that, guys. But pretty much he told me, he said, the reason why you didn't get that house is because that wasn't the house that God, you know, had for me. And he told me, you know, that means that God has something bigger and better. One moment, guys. Let me order my food. Okay, sorry about that, guys. Ooh, I had to order my food. But anywho, my uncle, you know, he encouraged me, and he was just telling me, he was like, Stretch, that's because that's not the house that God had for you. That's the house that you wanted to. So he told me, he said, what you need to do is, when you find the next house, and if that's the house that you like, make sure you go in a house and you touch each door, you walk in each room, and you claim it and you speak it into existence. And make sure you walk around the house, and while you're walking around it, you start to talk to God, and you start to speak life, that's already yours. And when you're claiming it, you have to claim that as if it's already yours. You can't claim it by saying, God, this is what I want. You have to be speaking to God, letting God know, like, God, thank you for blessing me with this house. God, thank you for blessing me with this kitchen at this address 123 ABC. Like, you have to speak to God in that manner. And you have to start decreeing, and you have to start declaring, and you have to write this thing down. And when you do it, don't just go visit one time. Every chance you go, you make sure you go to that same house. Go to your house. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you walk in that front door and you walk out that back door, knowing that that's yours. And baby, when I found the house that I did end up purchasing, not only was it bigger, but it definitely... Sorry about that. So when I did find the next house, of course, I was just nervous. And I remember me and Storii went by there first. And I asked Storii if she liked the house. And she was a baby. And of course, she don't know what was going on. But when we was in the house, I just began just praying. And I just started manifesting like, okay, Storii, this is your room. This is going to be your brother's room. Because Zion didn't even see it yet. I didn't even tell him about the house until I knew that I had a contract on that house, because again, the first house that I thought was ours, I done took my kids by there. I done took Zion by there. He was so excited, and I'm telling him like, this is our house. Where, you know, mommy is buying this house. Mommy is buying this house. So when the deal didn't go through, he's like, well, mommy, what happened to the house that you were supposed to buy for us? And I had to tell him like it just didn't work out that way. So the second time around, when we found something after looking at so many different houses, when I found the house that I eventually got, even though I was already praying and I was going by, and that house, luckily that house was, the owners had already moved out, so it was an empty house versus the first house. The owners were still living there, so it's not like I could have just go there anytime I want to or whatever. But this house, the house was empty. So when I tell you guys, I went by that house like every single day. Sometime I would go in the morning, sometime I would go in the night, and then sometime I would go twice a day, because one, I do know just from doing my research, like moving in a community like that, you want to visit that house. You want to go visit your property in the morning, evening, and at nighttime, so you can kind of see what's being done during the daytime, what's happening at nighttime. Are people walking the streets? You know what I'm saying? Like you need to go, and you just need to go see about the community that you're planning on living in, especially if you got kids, because you want to make sure that you're in a safe place, not just for you, but for your kids. So I remember I was visiting this house, and I would sometimes just go there and I would just park in the driveway, and sometimes I would just pull up in the driveway and I would just start speaking to God, like, God, thank you for bringing me home safe. Thank you, God, for allowing me to be able to park in my driveway. And guys, I did that. And when I put in the offer, my realtor, and keep in mind, that was the time where the interest rate was like at 3%. It was a seller's market. So it's almost like whatever you was getting, you could not put in an offer based off of what they were asking. You had to go up, because again, it was a seller's market. And I remember my realtor was like, look, this is what they're asking, but you need to probably bid at this number. And I'm like, okay, that's not really what I wanted to pay. But she's like, but you already got approved for X amount of dollars, so you can still get it. If they accept your offer, you have the funds to get it. So anywho, long story short, when I put in the bid, the seller's realtor came back and was like, listen, her and another person have the same bid, right? We're giving you 4 hours to send in another offer. So me and my realtor, we were talking. Yeah, the second time we did it, why me and the other person who wanted the house put in the same exact number again? So my realtor came back and said, okay, Martina, we got to do something different. We need to go up a little bit more. And I'm like, okay, no, because of course, the more we go up, the more my mortgage is going to be. Yeah, the third time, I swear to you, me and the person bid the same thing. But at this time, the realtor was like, look, she told their realtor, you just need to pick somebody. And to God be the glory, they chose me. And I honestly believe, because I literally went and I claimed that house. I spoke it into existence. I did exactly what my uncle and my Gigi told me to do. And when I tell you, if it wasn't for them, besides God, I would not have had that house. One moment. Okay, sorry about that, guys, and I had to pray for my food. But anywho, I honestly believe that that house was mine, because again, I just manifested, and again, thanks to my uncle / brother and my auntie, my Gigi, because like she was praying with me, and she's always been a part of my life. You know, she's so positive. I can't say anything bad about her. Like, she's definitely in my top. She's definitely in my top 10 that if I was to become a millionaire tonight, she'll receive something within the first 2 hours. Yeah, my Gigi. Y'all just don't know. When I have Story, that lady been there. And that's why I made her Story godmom. Oh, and let me go ahead and say this right now before somebody thinks that's some weird stuff. Are you saying your uncle / brother? So he is my mom's brother. However, my mom pretty much raised him from a baby. So she always called him her son. And even up to now, at the age that they are, my mom still say, that's my son. You know? So I call him my uncle / brother. Well, and again, he's definitely one of my favorites. But anywho, guys, that was a quick little story. And as you guys can see, we have our food from Chic Filet. Now we are going to, it is 3:01.
Now we're going to
Traffic is about to get busy.
join us now.
Try not to make a mess, please.
Okay.
Yeah, I can't get that one open.
Okay.
You have ketchup back there? See, I'm not paying attention. I had the right way to go. I didn't go because I'm not paying attention.
This one?
Ketchup, baby, ketchup.
Ketchup.
You know what ketchup is. Give me some ketchup. So,
Yes, ma'am. I got 2.
okay, give me one, please.
Here you go.
So now we are about to go to the paint store. Hopefully they have the paint that I need. Yeah, that was better. Hopefully they have the paint that I'll need. And we can go do what we need to do and get back home because, baby, it's 3 o'clock. People are getting off of work. Man, this traffic is about to be crazy. So, I'm going to drive and eat my food, and I will pick you guys back up shortly.
Bye. And make sure you like and subscribe and comment and share.
Story said make sure you guys like and subscribe, share, and comment. We'll pick y'all back up shortly, guys. Okay, guys, we are back. Story and I, we're actually going inside of Marshall's / HomeGoods. I was wrong. We actually get to HomeGoods before we get to at home. I was thinking that you get to at homes first, but it's actually the opposite. So we're going to go at homes, and hopefully we can find what we're looking for here, and we don't have to go to at home. Did I say that right? Hopefully we will find, hopefully we will find what we're looking for in HomeGoods, and that way we don't have to go to at home. So just come along and let's see if they have what we are looking for. One moment. Okay guys, so we just left HomeGoods. Unfortunately, I did not find what it was that I was looking for inside of there. However, I did find I believe it's called the water floss. Been meaning to get one for Zion for a long time now. However, he just went to the orthodontist last week to get his wire and everything changed. And once again, he has some bleeding to the gum. The dentist pretty much was telling him like he has to floss. He's not flossing enough, which means that's why his gums are bleeding like that whenever he brushes because of bacteria. And I'm trying to tell him like, look, you gotta floss. So of course they recommended me purchasing one of the water floss whatever thing from them, but it was like $100 and something, and I'm like, no, I know I can go on Amazon and find one cheaper. But however, while I was in HomeGoods just now and walking down the aisle, boom, there it was. So I went ahead and purchased him one for $16.99, and of course, being that the price was fairly cheap, I went ahead and got me one, which I don't have a problem flossing. Baby, I got whites for a reason. And then of course, my broke best friend saw a Mickey Mouse electric toothbrush, so she wanted that. That was like $30. I'm like, bruh, like how your stuff costs me more than me and your brothers? So anywho, I went ahead and got her one. If that's going to make her brush her teeth at least 3 times a day, then let's see. So now we are pulling up to At Homes, and I'm hoping they have what it is that I'm looking for, and then we can head back home. It's already 5:05, so really we was able to kill some time today. Well, not really kill time, but we was able to get out the house today because you guys know normally for the most part I'm just chilling inside of the house relaxing. So we're gonna go inside At Home and let's see what they have to offer us. If not, then sometime tonight I will be on Amazon, because you know Amazon have everything. Amazing have everything. That's why they're so amazing. So yeah, let's go inside of At Home and let's see if I can find what I'm looking for. I'll pick you guys right back up shortly. Yeah, my baby bought her some new glasses. They're a little big, but turn around, mama, let them see your new glasses. Okay, Misty Maddens. Okay. I want to be like you when I grow up, girlfriend.
You're big.
I want to. Okay, guys, so we are in At Homes right now, but I'm trying to figure out, did I miss something?
Probably.
Why do they have Halloween things out already and it's only June? That's kind of weird. And I'm talking about they have a lot of Halloween stuff out. I'm like, did Halloween come early this year or something? Is it coming early and I don't know about it? Because, baby, it's just June. Like, look.
Halloween already passed. And they still have Halloween stuff.
We have Halloween stuff out already. I don't know if they just trying to put things on the shelf that they had in the back, but this is weird. This is weird. This is weird. Like, baby, I'm trying to figure out. I'm gonna have to figure out like what's really going on.
Oh my god, that's a big spider.
I've never seen nothing like this before in the month of June. Yeah, I'm not making this stuff up. That's like when you first walk in, that's what you see. I would have thought that they will probably have some, you know, a lot of red, white, and blue because July the 4th is literally next week. But no. You know what? Okay. Well, it's safe to say that, one, I didn't even find what I was looking for. Maybe because I'm so distracted by all of this Halloween stuff. So I'm gonna just go ahead and go home and go on Amazon and see what's really good because this is weird. Very weird. Come on, Story. Because now my 5-year-old is thinking it's time for trick-or-treating. And baby, it's not. It's not. Child. That was weird to see all of that Halloween stuff out. And today is literally like I got to pull up the calendar to make sure I'm not tripping. Cause I know life is lifing, but I know I ain't that far behind.
It's not. So why we have that?
Child, it is June the 24th.
They probably have it.
It is June the 24th.
They probably have
And as soon as you walk in, there's nothing but Halloween stuff.
Mom,
So
that's that for a turn off.
yeah. Me and my little bestie in the back, we gonna go ahead and go home. I don't even want to go in no more stores. I'm just trying to figure out what's really going on. So we would just go home and do what we love to do.
Like we get this.
Go on Amazon.
We just like.
Cause at home, this ain't it. This ain't it. Child, my baby was thinking it's time to go trick or treating. Like, Mama, where my costume? Baby, it ain't even. What? Our birthday ain't even come yet. We Cancer babies, so I know I wasn't tripping.